cognitive errors to fall asleep, to welcome to a peaceful space where thoughts are set free and the mind slowly drifts into the warmth of rest. For the next few minutes, we'll explore common cognitive errors that many of us experience throughout our daily lives. These are thought patterns that lead us to make judgments or assumptions without realizing it, often preventing us from seeing things clearly. As you listen, allow yourself to relax deeply, letting go of the stress of the day, and simply acknowledge each thought as it passes by. Remember, these cognitive errors are just thoughts. They are not truths, but rather simple mistakes our mind makes when processing the world around us. You don't need to engage with them. Simply observe them from a distance and let them fade away as you grow calmer and more relaxed with every passing moment. 1. Overgeneralization. Overgeneralization is when we take one experience and apply it broadly to all situations. Imagine if you made one mistake in a meeting and suddenly you believed that you always mess up in meetings. This is a classic example of overgeneralization, where one event is seen as a pattern. As you relax, let this thought drift away. Remember that a single event does not define your abilities or your future. With each breath, let go of any overgeneralizations that may have crept into your thoughts today. You are not defined by any one moment. 2. Catastrophizing. Catastrophizing is when we imagine the worst possible outcome for a situation, even when it's unlikely. Have you ever thought that something small, like a minor mistake, would lead to a terrible outcome? The mind tends to magnify situations in this way, but now let it go. Allow yourself to recognize that not everything is as dire as it may seem in the moment. Feel your body relax, knowing that not every thought of catastrophe is true. Trust in your ability to handle whatever comes next. 3. Black and white thinking. Black and white thinking is when we see things as either all good or all bad, without acknowledging any gray areas. This kind of thinking leaves little room for nuance or complexity. But life is full of shades in between, and your mind can embrace that. It's okay if things are not perfect, and it's okay if things are not always bad. Release any rigid thinking and let your mind soften. Understand that life is full of possibilities and that not everything has to fit into one narrow view. 4. Personalization. Personalization occurs when we believe that everything that happens is somehow our fault. We think that the actions of others are a reflection of us, when in reality, most things have nothing to do with us at all. If you've ever blamed yourself for something beyond your control, now is the time to release that weight. Let go of the belief that you are responsible for everything. The world is full of factors beyond your influence, and it's okay to simply be you, without carrying the burdens of everything around you. 5. Mind reading. Mind reading is when we assume we know what others are thinking, without any actual evidence. We might think someone is angry with us, even though they haven't said anything. It's easy for the mind to jump to conclusions, but it's important to remember that we can never truly know what others are thinking. Allow yourself to let go of the need to understand others' thoughts. Trust that what people say and do are the true reflections of their feelings. You don't need to guess, and you don't need to be right. Transition to relaxation. Now that we've explored some common cognitive errors, take a moment to realize how free you are from them in this space of relaxation. Let go of all the unnecessary thoughts that have kept you awake in the past, and let your mind relax into the present moment. These errors are not your truth. They are simply patterns that can be let go of with every breath you take. With each breath, your body becomes lighter, and your thoughts fade further into the background. You are safe here. You are free to simply be. Further, exploration of cognitive errors. 6. Filtering. Filtering is when we focus only on the negative details of a situation and ignore any positives. For example, if you have a great day at work but one thing goes wrong, you may find yourself focusing only on the mistake, ignoring all the good things that happen. This is another cognitive error, and now is the time to release it. Allow your mind to gently move away from focusing on the negative. See the balance, the positives, and the things that went right today. 7. Should statements. Should statements are when we impose unrealistic expectations on ourselves. I should be doing better. I should be more successful. These thoughts only create stress and pressure. But now, give yourself permission to release those shoulds. You are enough, exactly as you are. Relax and feel the weight of shoulds leave your mind, your body, and your soul. You are doing your best, and that is more than enough. 8. Emotional reasoning. Emotional reasoning is the belief that if you feel something, it must be true. If you feel anxious, you assume something bad is about to happen. If you feel insecure, you believe you must be a failure. But feelings are not facts. They are temporary states of mind. Let go of the urge to treat emotions as truth. Breathe in calmness, and as you breathe out, release the weight of judgment. You are not your emotions. You are the calm awareness beneath them. 9. Labeling and mislabeling. Labeling is when we assign ourselves or others a broad negative label based on a single action. I'm a loser. She's a failure. This error strips people of complexity and growth. It freezes us in a false identity. Release the labels. You are more than any one word. You are a dynamic, ever-changing person, capable of growth, healing, and transformation. 10. Jumping to conclusions. Jumping to conclusions is when the mind decides something without any real proof. This often includes mind reading and fortune telling. You might think, they must hate me, or this will definitely go wrong, even when there's no evidence. Let go of the need to predict or assume. Let life unfold naturally, moment by moment, without rushing to conclusions. 11. Magnification and minimization. This is when we exaggerate our flaws and downplay our strengths. We blow up small mistakes into disasters and ignore our achievements. This keeps us stuck in a cycle of low confidence. Breathe deeply and honor your strengths. You have done many things right. Let your mind remember them. Allow your worth to come forward, quietly, steadily. 12th fallacy of fairness. Sometimes, we believe everything in life should be fair. And while fairness is a noble goal, the world does not always operate on fairness. Holding tightly to this expectation can lead to frustration and resentment. Let go of the struggle against what is. Accept what you cannot control. You can still choose how to respond with peace and inner strength. 13. Control fallacies. There are two sides to control fallacies. One is believing that everything is our fault. The other is believing that we are helpless victims of fate. Both are extremes, and both take away your true power. You have control over your actions, your choices, your breath. You are not powerless, and you are not to blame for everything either. Balance lives in between. 14. Heaven's reward fallacy. This is the belief that if we do everything right, we'll automatically be rewarded. That suffering or sacrifice guarantees future happiness. But life doesn't always follow this pattern. It's okay to release expectations of reward. Your worth is not tied to sacrifice. You are allowed to find peace now, in this very moment. 15. Always being right. Sometimes we cling to the need to always be right. This comes from fear of being wrong, of looking weak. But this need can damage relationships and leave us in constant conflict. Feel the softness of not needing to prove anything. Rest in the wisdom of humility. Sometimes peace is more important than being right. 16. Blaming. Blaming is when we hold others or ourselves responsible for every pain, disappointment, or failure. But blame is heavy. It keeps us tied to resentment. Let go of blame. Embrace accountability and healing. Forgive where you can. Free your mind from the chains of anger. 17th. Fallacy of change. This is the belief that if we pressure people enough, they will change to meet our needs. We believe our happiness depends on how others behave, but we cannot control others. We can only control how we react. Let go of the need to change others. Breathe in acceptance. Let others be, and let yourself be free. 18. Global labeling. This is a form of labeling where we reduce someone, or ourselves, to a single flaw. He's lazy. I'm stupid. These sweeping judgments keep us locked in negativity. Every human being is a mosaic of flaws, strengths, hopes, and healing. Let your judgments melt away. See the whole, not the parts. 19. Comparing. Comparing ourselves to others in looks, success, or happiness can leave us feeling inadequate. But every life is unique, with its own pace, its own path. You are walking your own journey. You are enough. As you are, where you are. Rest in the beauty of being uniquely you. 20. The just world fallacy. This is the belief that people always get what they deserve, that bad things only happen to bad people. But life isn't always that simple. Believing this can lead to guilt, shame, or judgment of others. Let go of the need to explain every event with justice. Instead, meet life with compassion and openness. Winding down. Final affirmations. You've now gently explored many of the ways our minds can distort the truth. Each one is a habit, not a permanent reality. You can choose peace over perfection. You can choose softness over self-criticism. You can choose rest. With every breath, you're releasing false thoughts and welcoming in calm awareness. You are safe. You are enough. You are whole.